Hi,
Hey, we did it!
I did it.
Hi, Sophia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing so good. So
I
where are
hear
we?
it's gloomy over there.
It's so gloomy. But that's just like what Pittsburgh is. We have more gloom than sun most days out of the year, and
I'm sorry.
it's a bummer. It's okay though. Where are we finding you today?
I'm in LA and it's sunny, so
Well, that's at least good. Like you can get outside and you can go for a walk, and
yeah,
like your weather is nice. But like our weather
it's
here
so
is
true.
yeah, it's so like rainy and kind of dumpy here most of the time. So that's kind of a bummer.
Are you used to it though? Or not really?
Yeah, getting used to it.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's
Yeah.
kind of a good thing because the gloomy weather is keeping people inside more.
That's
You know,
actually true. Our
which
first week in quarantine, it was kind of gloomy here, so everybody was staying in. You're right. When it's sunny out, you just want to go outside.
yeah, absolutely. Like we took our dog for a walk in the park last week,
Oh,
and out of curiosity, I'll bring her in a second here. She was rolling the chat before you hopped in.
oh, I
But
believe it.
yeah,
The real star.
we went for a drive, and we're like, oh, let's out of curiosity just drive past like Home
Yeah.
Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. Everything was packed, and I was like, ooh. It freaks me out because as soon as we get that little bit of
Yeah.
sun, people are like, "Oh my God, this is my time! I'm getting out! I'm
Yeah, of
free!"
course. Yeah, it's scary. It's
Yeah,
scary.
yeah, it is a little bit, but as they say, this too shall pass. We'll be okay.
My mom says the same thing.
Yeah,
This too shall pass.
this too
And
shall
it
pass.
will. I feel like the light is coming very soon.
Yes, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
who are you quarantining with right now?
I'm so lucky I'm with my sister and our dog Joey. So
Oh,
I'm in
good,
great company. Yeah.
good. Yeah, it's me and well, my boyfriend. He said to tell you he likes your name because his name is Carson.
We're like spirit animals. Hi,
You
Carson.
you are spirit animals, and then it's us, and then it's Maggie. So we're all hunkered down
Oh,
in our
good.
house.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
It's good though. Like how busy are you throughout your day? Like, are you getting itchy, or are you doing okay in the quarantine?
I've been so lucky that I've been able to be pretty busy, and it's crazy how the world adapted, and now I've been able to do quite a lot of work from home. Like I'm on kind of a virtual radio tour, so I
Yeah.
do a few of these every day, which is nice. And I've been working with UNICEF as well in a campaign we did together and a few performances. So I've actually been pretty busy, I guess. Yeah, to be honest, it's been a blessing to be able to have work.
Yeah,
How
I
about
yeah,
you?
I totally agree with you. I'm in that same boat too. I feel
Yeah.
very lucky because I'm sleeping in more, which is really nice. So I'm
Yeah.
waking up at like
Especially
10.
do you do morning shows usually?
I'm afternoon.
Like
So I'm
you have
I'm on from
afternoons.
like yeah, so I'm on like 2 to 9 o'clock. So it's nice because I can sleep in until like 10, 11, and then I wake up and I'm on my computer from like 11:30 until almost
Yeah,
like well, I was done working at like 11:30 last night. So
right.
my days are full, which feels really good, and I
Yeah,
feel good.
absolutely.
Yeah, I feel really good. Maggie's
Yeah.
here. You want to hop up? You wanna hop up?
Maggie!
Come here. Here she comes. Say hi,
Hi,
Sophia, Maggie.
Maggie.
Say hi.
Hi, Maggie. Oh, such beautiful eyes.
Thanks.
How old
Oh,
is she?
she's about 2, maybe going on 3. We adopted her. It'll be 2 years ago in August that we've had her. And
Oh, that's
I feel
beautiful.
like, and you probably feel the same way with your Joey, right?
Yeah, Joey.
Joey, that having a pet in the house helps so
Oh
much.
my God. It's that's gonna be one of the hardest parts of all this is not being home with them. I feel like they're
Right.
gonna be so heartbroken after this. But it
Yeah.
really is incredible the joy and the happiness that they can give you. Like
Yeah.
it's incredible. It's incredible. It's such a gift.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, like this time at home just feels like a gift in general. Like being at
Yeah.
home and with your friends and your family, whoever you happen to be quarantining with. Because my boyfriend and I said, like, right before all this went down, he's like, can we please plan a trip? Can we go somewhere? Because I feel like we
Take
haven't
a
been
break.
spending enough time together. And it was like a
Yeah.
week later, and it's like, well, we're here now. So
I know. It's weird. Life has a weird way of working, and even though it's obviously incredibly difficult in dark times. In a lot of ways, the world has never been more connected, more equalized, more united, because we've never really experienced anything like this in our history. So,
right.
um, I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen when all of this is over. Like, if all of us are really going to live by what we've all been saying, where we're like, we're going to live every moment and stay as connected and united as we are now. I hope so. I think the world is going to be a different world after this.
Yeah, I think so too. Is there
Yeah.
something in particular you miss that you're looking forward to getting back to once, we can?
Gosh, so much. I mean, the first thing is I'm in what the West Coast, but my parents are in the East Coast. They're in
Yeah.
Miami, Florida, so we're really far away. So I can't wait to hug them. I think I never realized, how precious a hug can be. Just to
Yeah.
be with my family, I can't wait to do that. And just being like out, I don't know, to be like, I was on tour right before this, and I've never taken being on stage for granted ever. But now I know more than ever that without it, it's I don't know, it just becomes that much more special to be able to be on
Yeah.
stage and to connect with people and have the meet and greets and be able to hug people, and it's just different. It's just different. But this will pass, like you say.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel you. I'm the same way with my mom lives 20 minutes away and I've seen her twice. Well, so my mom she's a little bit older, so she's not up on the technology. She has
Right.
like an old like flip phone
Yeah.
that
Oh,
like we put
really?
that like we put
That's
money on.
that's amazing.
Yeah, so she doesn't have like an iPhone, so I can't see her regularly, but I talk to
Oh,
her daily, and I've seen her twice because, like, she's older, so we're trying to,
yeah.
keep our distance. But I'll go and I'll drop like I made soup and I went and, like dropped it off on her step, and then I like went back into the yard and waited for her to come out and get it after I wiped it off, so we could like talk to each other like from
Crazy.
a distance. But yeah, it's the same thing. I just want to hug my mom.
Yeah.
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 That's the only thing I really want to do. How about quarantine bad habits? Have you picked up any bad habits? Because for me, okay. So at first, when this whole thing started, I'm like, I feel pretty good. I'm not like eating fast food as I would
Oh, good for
like,
you.
just running and getting stuff. But I was like, oh, I'm eating like tuna wraps and salads, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden, there was one weekend. I'm like, I just really want to bake a cake. So
Yeah.
I've been baking sheet cakes every week, and then I go down in the kitchen and just carve out pieces during the day and just shove cake in my face.
I mean, I feel like we're all on the same exact page. I remember
Yeah.
the first week, I can't cook, so my salvation has been my sister, and she has just become like an incredible chef these last 6 weeks or whatever that we've been in here. And she also has an urge to cook to bake a few times a week. So
Yeah.
we constantly have baked goods at the house. But so yeah, but it's been nice. I mean, I feel like the first week, all of us, it's normal, like with the anxiety and also just being in one place with like a fully stocked kitchen. It's just easier to
Yeah.
like, snack and stuff. But I guess it's balance. Like some days there are days where you're like you're good and you feel good, and some days you just want to eat all the chocolate and all the chips. And
Yeah.
someone said, which I think is important, that we have to just be kind to ourselves and
Yeah.
just get through this and not thinking about leaving this the fittest or whatever possible. Just like getting through. And if you want the chocolate, you eat the chocolate.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been trying
Yeah.
to make it a point. Like I did like a major self-care night on Monday where
Yeah.
I did like the salt scrub and like the
It
shower
feels
and the
so
hair
good,
mask
doesn't
and the
it?
face mask. Yeah, I like gave
Yeah.
myself a pedicure. It felt
Oh,
really
good for
good.
you. That's
Yeah, I
tough.
tried. I tried. I have like one of those. Do you remember like the petting? The thing that you just like scrub
Mhm.
your feet with? Yeah.
We've
So
been trying to order one because we want to do it too, but we can't find it.
yeah, so that's another thing. My mother is the queen of QVC, so she has
Well,
stocked
there
me
you
up on.
go.
Yeah, she stocked me up on all these things throughout the year. So I did
That's
like the
great.
full like the pet egg and like the pedicure, and yeah, I did the whole thing, and it was great. And I also realized how like I was like, wow, I really needed this. Like not being up on like a regular routine of being able to, because yeah, I would try to make it a point of like getting my nails done once a month and like doing
Sure.
those little things for myself. And when you can't go out and physically do those things, it's important to still
Yeah.
make it a point to carve out time for
Yeah.
yourself, no matter what's going
Absolutely.
on. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
So what else are you doing to pass the time? Do you have like a studio or anything set up in your house that you can work on music?
You know what? I kind of have over the last few weeks have acquired kind of a small studio where I've been kind of being able to work from and perform if I need to. I have a keyboard, I have a microphone. So yeah, we kind of have a good little setup, which has been great. But to be honest, a lot of the music that I'm working on right now is like the post-production stuff. Like right before I was in quarantine, I was in the studio, I had recorded the songs. So
Yeah.
that worked out well. So now we've been working on mainly productions, fine-tuning, etc. And but it's been weird, like it's been such a beautiful thing to be a part of, and I'm sure you agree with me, part of an industry, the music industry, that has meant so much to so many people right now. Like
Yeah.
we all gravitated towards music and towards this community in this moment, and it's been such a privilege to have a song out there in the world that can mean something to someone right now, make them smile, give them hope, whatever it might be. But it has been such a beautiful thing. Like I always knew the power of music and how lucky I was to be able to do this for a living, but I feel like it picked up a whole new meaning these last 2 months.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel you. I get excited anytime there's new
Yeah.
music or something because it's kind of like a weird time where I know like Ryan Tedder said it. He's like, you know, it's kind of a weird time about like releasing music and stuff, but
It
I
is.
feel like I want it though.
I
Like,
know it's kind of I remember the first week or the second week that we were in quarantine, I was scheduled to release the acoustic version of my single I Love You,
yeah,
and I was really struggling. I was like, I don't know if this is the right moment to release anything, and then I was like, you know what? I hope that this song can mean to someone what it means to me. And
yeah,
we decided to release it, and that's exactly what happened. And it
yeah,
was such a beautiful thing to experience, and it's probably one of my favorite release days that I've had when I saw people's reactions, and it was really special. But you're right, because as artists we were like, is this the right moment? But it's like
yeah.
people will always need music.
Yeah, 100%. I
Yeah,
feel like music is the thing that's really getting me through this
yeah.
right now too. So talk to me about the process of I Love You and how that kind of all came about.
So Rehab and I, we worked together on a single called Rumors. That was our first song together, and something about that song sonically, everything, it just kind of clicked, and we loved working together. And that, I remember that song, when that song was released, it was the second most added song in the world the day of its release, which was crazy. So we knew we had to work together again, and we had been exploring different productions, different songs, different ideas, and when he played me the beginning of I Love You, I just instantly felt right. It just kind of clicked and connected. And
Yeah.
I finished writing the lyrics, and he finished the production. It was just, there was something so simple about the song and the message of the song and the lyrics and how it was written, and yet it was so poignant. And I think also that it was kind of contrasted. It was this beautiful, almost heartbreaking story about falling in love with a love that doesn't love you back, but with this really kind of rhythmic and kind of uplifting production that Rehab did, which was so beautiful. And um, when it came to the creative behind it and the music video, I wanted it to be just really real and honest and vulnerable and a true reflection of who I am. So worked really closely with our amazing director to create the music video and write the kind of poetry that came before the video. And the day that it was released, it's always scary when you release music and something that's especially that you've poured so much of yourself into it. And
Yeah.
that day it was the most added song in the world,
Yeah.
which was crazy. And it's been a beautiful ride since. Like while we've been in quarantine, like I said, I released the acoustic version, which meant a lot to me. But fans started creating an I Love You challenge, just themselves. So they post videos every day from Kathy, from every part of the world, from Morocco, Brazil, wherever they are, at home, or outside in their backyards, dancing and just like encouraging them, their friends, to do it as well. And it's created this like really beautiful community of like love and hope, and it's been really beautiful to be a part of it.
That's awesome. Oh, I mean, I was blown away by how many of your international fans popped in like immediately. Is like
Crazy.
Brazil and Germany and everywhere.
I
It's
know.
like
I love you guys.
yeah, I don't know that I ever. Well, I mean, this is like the first time I think I've ever really done one of these with an artist. Like I've done it with like friends and stuff, but
Right.
just seeing all the international fans pop up, it's crazy and it's so
It's
fun. You get to
crazy.
talk to these people from all around the
All
world.
over the world.
Yeah,
All over the world. And what we're living right now has connected us more than ever. So it's been really beautiful.
yeah, absolutely. So talk to me too about. So this is something that's interesting to me. Like I've noticed some of my favorite TV shows didn't get to finish up their seasons because they ran out of time to do whatever. And like Black Monday is a show I watch on Showtime, and they're like, hey, we'll be back at the end of the year. We finished
Right.
shooting everything, but we got to post-production and we couldn't get past it. And I'd asked my
Right.
boyfriend, because he worked in movies for a while, I was like, well, I don't understand, like, isn't post-production something you could really do like in your own space? And he's like, well, kind of like in the movies it makes sense if you're like all together working on something, because
Yeah.
someone needs to be looking over your shoulder for editing purposes and such.
Yeah.
So how does that work for the music stuff? Do you think like everything will still be able to go through as planned now that everybody's in a different space?
The one thing that's on hold is like, for instance, if you had to shoot, like the music itself could continue to be produced. I mean, writing sessions have kind of been on hold because when you're in a studio with a lot of people, obviously we can't do that right now.
Right.
I know some people have been doing like electronic or virtual writing sessions, but I think people are probably writing more so on their own. In terms of production, yes, like producers can work on their own. Like usually once a song is recorded, a producer will work on it by himself. So that's more feasible. It's in terms of like the rollout of a record, like when it comes to the creative, like you can't do a photo shoot, you can't really do a music video. So it's more
Right.
like that stuff that's on hold. But in terms of creating music, you can continue to do so.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can even still get creative with like the photo shoot stuff. Was
People
it
have been
variety?
doing, yeah, people have been getting creative with like FaceTime
Yeah.
photo shoots and stuff. And
Yeah.
you could do like DIY music videos, but it's not exactly the same, but it's still possible.
Right. And I feel like that's also super relatable right now because everybody's
Yeah.
in that same, like what it was cool to see like what 21 Pilots was able to
Yeah.
do in quarantine with like making a whole
Yeah.
music video and stuff. And yeah,
Absolutely,
it was
absolutely. Or like the few like concerts that we've had, that like the Global Citizen one, like to see
yeah.
some people what they've been able to do has been really, really awesome. Yeah, I'm on a concert tonight actually, with Elvis Duran. It's called the Stay at Home Ball, and I'm so excited to see what other artists did too to kind of get creative in this time.
Yeah. So is
Yeah.
this going to be like your first opportunity because it's a ball to really like zhuzh up and do like, are you going to do like a town and like that whole thing?
No, I think it was just called the Stay at Home Ball, but it was more. It's just like artists coming together for to raise funds and to raise awareness for our healthcare workers, etc. But I was able to do something really special, and I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Nice, nice. Because I'll tell you, this is the second time
You had makeup on?
March 12th that I put on makeup. I actually did it today, and I was like doing it. I had to rethink the steps of the process.
Right.
I started to like go, and I completely skipped the beauty blender. So I like went and squirted the foundation on my hand, and I started doing it. I stopped. I'm like, I didn't put the primer on first, and then I had to stop and like do it over again. And then I started doing it. I'm like, oh wow, I have eyebrows. I forgot that I had eyebrows.
Right. I've had to be on camera every day, so I've had to put makeup on. And actually, it's been kind of nice to like have to, to do something and to make yourself feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It makes you feel normal again.
You feel normal. Yeah.
Like, I think I touched a curling iron in my hair once in this process too, and like, I did it. I was like, I am the most beautiful girl in the world. I feel amazing.
You do look beautiful. You're glowing.
You're so sweet, and so do you. Well, and now since you're an ambassador for Revlon, are they just like shipping you stuff so you can keep up with your beauty routines?
Here we go. Revlon.
Yeah.
So much of it. Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah, they have been sending some products, and I've had tons of product from over the last few months. So that's been really nice. It's so special to be able to be their ambassador. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, now is the perfect time, if any, to like really work with the different products and figure out your colors and like what works.
It's true, actually.
Yeah,
it's actually really, really true. I've discovered, because they would always send me products for me to try, and I've discovered some that I hadn't used before that now I like use every day. So it's been nice.
Yeah. Are you doing makeup tutorials or anything?
No.
You should.
No.
Be. You should.
You think so?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, maybe I will. Not yet. I've been really focused on music right now, so no makeup tutorials.
Whenever you find one of those board moments, because I love watching those, like the Vogue.
I know my sister
like,
watches them
you do it at home
all day,
yeah.
but I'm like, I'm not an expert. I'm not, but maybe.
Like these are real people that are doing this stuff. Do you think anybody's really an expert? So it's cool to see people's different routines, because I feel like I've picked up like little tips from watching some of those things.
From watching other people, yeah, for sure.
Sure. Because in all honesty, like, I mean, every once in a blue, I honestly don't wear makeup on a daily basis anyways, but I feel like I've learned, because my mom was never a big makeup person, so I've learned by watching things online and trying to like figure it out. Like, there's rare occasions where you get your makeup done, where you have like an occasion or something. So those kind of things. So is that something you miss too, is like getting all dressed up and going to events and stuff? Because going through your Instagram account, I don't know who your stylist is, but girl, you got some really, really good looks on there.
Thank you. It really is. A lot of it is, believe it or not, we have an amazing stylist, but me and my mom were super hands-on. We work together, and fashion is just I've always loved it, and I've always loved dressing up and expressing myself through that. And I always kind of gravitate towards really like timeless and classic, and kind of leaning towards the glamorous side of things. But I really love it. So yeah, of course, I can't wait to be able to do that again. But in a way, like you say, it's been kind of nice also for all of us to just kind of take a moment and take a beat and be in our sweats for too long.
Yeah. I feel like I will wear jeans if we go on a grocery run.
I haven't worn jeans yet.
Really?
No.
That's amazing.
I have yet to wear jeans.
Good for you.
I just realized I have not worn jeans yet, which is kind of concerning, or maybe good.
It's totally fine. Like the pair that I have are super stretchy, so they're
good. Yeah,
like normal jeans.
The first pair I'm gonna try on will be stretchy for sure.
Yes. But I feel like, I feel like I'm put together if I am changing out of my sweats and putting on yoga pants daily. That's me feeling.
For sure.
Like,
I have like my my like my sweat sets that are like cuter. So when I
Mhm.
wear like the cuter sweat set, I'm like, oh, I'm like ready for a day in the living room. Oh, for sure.
Like I really put that effort in today.
I really look cute. Yeah, when like my sweatpants and my sweatshirt are the same color, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a
Well,
good day.
right. Well, that's the beauty of like the Zoom situation that we're in right now. And like, because you don't see the lower half. So it's like,
I'm
fine.
telling you, you guys have no idea what's going on besides what's happening from here on.
Yeah. There was, I forget, it was like a couple weeks ago. I think it was Walmart. There was a report that said that they saw a spike in their top sales because people were buying more shirts for like more at home like things like
That's
this.
amazing.
I'm actually like going through and finding like tops that I haven't worn in a long time too. And I'm like, I'm going to throw this one on
Oh,
today.
that's good. Yeah, you changed it
Yeah.
up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm sure, like you and like every girl, you have an overabundance of clothing that you just don't
Absolutely.
touch.
Absolutely. It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So finally, that
I
stuff
should
is
do
getting.
that too. I should start trying on some new things that I haven't worn in a while.
Yeah, maybe that could be like your quarantine challenge is every day wearing
Maybe.
something different that you haven't worn
Yeah. True.
in the process.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I don't want to keep it much longer. Can you tell me what do you got ahead for yourself? What can people be excited about with Sofia Carson?
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a really beautiful year. It's been a beautiful year so far. Even being in quarantine together, it's been a really beautiful way to share music and to be connected. I have much more music coming out that I can't wait to share with everyone. Songs that really mean so much to me that I had the privilege of writing and collaborating on with some writers and producers that I've been dreaming of working with my whole life. So I'm really excited. And right now, what I'm most focused on is also my UNICEF campaign. I'm so honored to have partnered with UNICEF, especially in this moment, to release a campaign called Spread Hope with Sophia. It was really inspired by the hope that we saw happen so quickly online. Like as soon as the world went onto lockdown, it was just like this beautiful kind of explosion of hope. And all the proceeds for the campaign go towards our first responders, our heroes, doctors, nurses on the front lines. And it's been so beautiful to see how people have been so generous, not only with spreading the message, with spreading hope, but if they can donate, they will. And it's been so special. So that's been amazing, and doing more with UNICEF. And then actually in about a month or so, this summer we'll be releasing my feature film debut with Netflix.
Amazing.
Summer, which I'm so excited about.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited to see that.
Thank you. And then of course we'll have some more campaigns rolling out with Revlon throughout the year.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody can follow you here on Instagram, on Twitter, all those
Twitter,
things.
Facebook, all the things. Sofia Carson.
All the things. All right, girl. Thank you so much for taking the time to
of
talk
course.
to me.
Stay safe. I hope the sun comes out for you guys just a little bit.
Thanks, you too. I hope so too, because I feel like I need that vitamin D on my face real soon.
Absolutely. Well, hug Maggie for me.
I will. Say hi to Joey.
Bye. Stay safe.
Bye.
I will.
Take care.